Every American alive at the time can recall precisely where they were when the Twin Towers were destroyed. We can feel still the heightened, overwhelming emotions surging as roughly 3,000 of our countrymen were killed in front of our eyes. I wonder if the knowing of the 20 to 22 U.S. veterans who commit suicide each day spurs similar emotions of anger or sadness to the surface for Americans. I wonder if when Americans hear the number 22, do they think it a small number in the grander role of protecting a nation? Or understand that, while roughly 7,000 service members have been lost in direct combat since 2001, over 114,000 have died on home soil by their own will. For many, this less visible and vocal tragedy is proving to be one of the most neglected topics of our generation. When even the strongest amongst us are losing their battle with mental health, the discussion should involve us all. So, what hope do two oddballs from Florida have at effectively spreading awareness to the importance of taking action against this phenomenon? How about a walk in the park, barefoot? A very, very long walk. It's difficult even beginning to articulate why someone would commit suicide, and why veterans are doing so at much higher rates than civilian counterparts. We weren't sure if we'd get any closer to figuring any solutions out. We knew, though, walking would show us something, and we kept with his motto, one step at a time. One step at a time. Think about why you are here with every step. 22. 22 people a day are committing suicide. What is this next step? Why are we here? 22. What are they missing? What is the military missing? They prep for war. They prep for the mission. But do they then prep for life? What are they missing? What are we missing? We keep walking, one step at a time. Just a little pain. Just one step and a little more pain. The scenery is nice, though. That's part of why we're here. Barefoot in the park. It's nature. It's a sense of connection to something beyond ourselves. Maybe it's a reminder. A reminder of life's ever-present gifts and of all obstacles which lay ahead. We take one step at a time and we walk towards these obstacles, and we pause, observing when needed. But we keep walking. And we keep looking down. And we keep exploring. Exploring the source of our pain. We don't run past it and we don't sit idly wishing it go away, but we keep walking. Taking one extra step in the right direction. One step at a time. There's still something missing. Why the fuck are we out here? Every day is a new day, and every day we feel okay. No, not okay. How to answer, how are your feet? There's feelings of inescapable microsurgery and realignment for over 12 hours a day, complimentary of floor to earth, breaching the pain threshold with every false step. But mostly, we spend our time contemplating suicide in its every form and on all of its victims. How are my feet? We made it though. Almost a week. We defied not our own odds, but those set before us by others. We're gonna walk 22 miles a day for 22 days. Maybe you should do a little less. We want to raise this amount of money. Maybe you should shoot a little lower. A reminder. Even those closest to you may fail at times to comprehend your missions, your truths. We take one step at a time and we keep thinking, remember why you are here. 22. 22 a day lose the feeling of light upon their back. 22. One step. People are catching on. We're finally connecting. We aren't that crazy. Crazy. We keep going and we take this path and we take that path and we question constantly why to even take a different path. However, that's a valid point. Maybe that's a little bit of what we're missing. We expect to keep following the same path forever. That's possibly why the transition is difficult. Why the next day is so difficult. We expect it to be as the one before, and feeling driven to push head down in the same direction no matter the resistance. Or we turn around. We just take one step. That's our life now. We just take one step at a time, and each step is different. The external plays its part, but when the physical pain stacks so much that you welcome new sensations of pain to mask even a fraction of the old, well, you begin to become numb to it. Instead you think, and you think. And that's the problem, you begin to think a lot. 22. But it's not just that. What is that? End suicide? Rid the world of depression? We are talking meaning of life shift. We're opening up doors people aren't comfortable with, and they are opening up us. We do have the trail, keeping us in line, steady as the crow steps, one at a time, one day at a time. And that's amazing. Each day is so amazing because that's the thing, it doesn't even seem real. The hardship of the day prior. It's past us. It's behind us. We're back on the trail, but it's not the same trail. They aren't the same snakes. They aren't, and we aren't. In fact, we may never be. We take a few more steps, and we take just a few more. Things become familiar, and in this familiarity of pressing forward, much more begins to come to life. Again, I think this is part of what we might be missing. We feel stuck, but the moment is never the same. Isn't that the old walk it off? You're literally walking away from the source of your pain. Maybe that's the reframing we need. Instead of walk away, walk towards. Walk into the rawness of your own being. Into the rawness of nature. Nature, that's again why we're here. A connection to it all. She's She's far from bliss and beauty. She's weird. She's a bitch. She's cursed in many ways and is waiting around every corner to remind us of her indifference. We take ever more mindful steps, and we keep admiring the dance of beauty and chaos, but we do so with a newfound respect for her weirdness. But how weird are we if we're not noticing more often? If we aren't seeing the subtle stories directly in front of us, directly underneath our feet, what else might we be missing? Why are we here? 22. "22 veterans a day commit suicide. That's why we're here. Why are we here? Why are we here? Why are we here? We're ready to talk about it. 22. One step at a time. What percentage of veterans experience difficulty in their transition out of service? These questions. 100%. I do see its nudging attempt. What now? Do we retire into ourselves, in isolation without a passed down mission? Do we see tragedy, the seemingly pointlessness of life, and we retire? Why such a great number of homeless are veterans is easy to imagine. Such an acceptance to simplicity and loss. Also, a lack now of imagination, a lack of care. Deep explorations into darkness. I suppose you have to explore both, the dark and the light. Where is the balance point? Again, to run past or blast through the barriers of turmoil, or to sit idly, to disappear. Walking. That's what we're doing. It's working. It's doing something. It seems to be some fusion of the meditation and the activation. Every day, somehow, we walk a little faster, a little stronger. Every day we walk with a little clearer mind. But why this uncertainty still of what the fuck we're really doing here? Why these feelings, these empty feelings of guilt, knowing rationally we will never truly change things? Or is it we simply wish to change things permanently to our will, instead of accepting the temporary nature of all things? That is nature. That is us. We may never stop war. We may never stop suicide. We may never stop this existential anxiety and grief which collects with the sands of time. Does that take away from our call to action? Does that take away from every step counts? It doesn't feel like it. Even the most painful step forward continues to prove far more enriching than a regretful trek back. Maybe. Another bit of what we might be missing. As the answers we seek are so simple, so obvious, we keep running past them.
as you take my hand, just as you write my number down, just as the drinks arrive, just as they